caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the
Good morning, lovies. So, Shining Rev struck one of my videos. So, I will be adjusting a few things that I do to avoid that from happening again. But let's hear what Rev has to confess.
Oh, God, Lord Jesus, I am so sorry. Hey, guys. What's up? You want some more drama? Well, you'll get some more drama here. All right? Because I'm here to confess something to the public. Okay? What's up, everybody? Yeah, there's some woman named Sadie messaging Shani right now saying, claiming I fuck. That's not true. It's not true. But this is expected to happen. I understand this. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? Oh, Lord, forgive me. I'm such a fucking piece of shit. I am. I fucking am. I'm such a piece of shit. Because Jesus Christ said that if you're sinning in your heart, it doesn't matter if you got physical touch going on. If you look at a woman with lust, you've cheated.
So, wouldn't that also be applicable to watching porn on the internet? Isn't that almost the exact same thing? If you lust in your heart, you lust in your mind, it's a sin?
That's what Jesus Christ says, and that's a fucking standard that I need to live by.
But you don't live by it. And I'm going to tell you why you don't live by it. You don't live by it because you are not in love with her. People who are in love don't even look at other people. They're so in love with their spouse that other people aren't even noticed. And that's true love, not what you have.
And I did not live up to it. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, Lightsaber. Hey, what's up, Krista? I feel like shit, Krista. I'm a fucking asshole. I am. So here you go. I'm gonna tell you a story, okay? There's context to all this of why these events happened. But I'm not going to give any context. I'm going to give you straightforward what happened. Okay? So Shani came home, and I was so, oh my God, I was so happy to see her. I was in the room on the computer listening to the testimony of Peter Steele and just feeling blessed by God because I did clean myself. I started getting all of this dross. And confessing to even myself of what you've done.
Jason is more upset about Shani finding out about this than he was after he got taken to jail for hurting and assaulting a little innocent boy.
Okay, and she came through that door, and I was so glad to see her, and she was okay. And I confessed something that needed to be confessed. There was another email that I used, and it was called Ebenezer Beezer, because, that's another shout out to Chantal.
Yeah, and then you act like I was fucking lying.
What? What do you mean?
About having my suspicions.
No. Yeah, I was lying.
Yeah, it made me look bad for it.
Mm-hmm.
Women definitely have a gut instinct when they feel like their significant other is doing things they shouldn't be doing with other women. It's just a thing that we have. It's like a superpower. And then Shani was right about hers.
I lied. Yeah.
Yeah, why do I get to fucking throw Shanny under the fucking rug?
You don't deserve that.
Or did anything you but love you.
I know.
That's what I get.
Yeah. I fucked up. Bad. I'm not going to talk about myself. It's poor me. No, I'm not going to do that. I had that account that I started when I was with Jason Avocado's OnlyFans to make money. So I followed a bunch of cam girl type chicks that just bounce their butt and stuff. And then when I started feeling like I'm sick of this accusations of cheating constantly, I'm going to fucking do it. And my intention was to do it. It was. I had this Instagram that I opened up one day. It popped up on my fucking device. I'm like, oh, why? What is that? I have an Instagram already? So I hit it, and it was that. I totally forgot about the account completely. It was like the name on it was Anon 1070 or something, 1776 or something. I didn't even remember the account. But then I started looking at it. I'm like, oh, shit, look at that, look at that, look at that. Because it's in my head. I'm to the point, yeah, I want to cheat now.
If you want my personal opinion on this, I think that Jason has a corn addiction. I also think that because he had not been with any woman except Shani, that he is now trying to or wants to sow his wild oats, if you know what I mean.
And I was
yeah, it's still my fault in this scenario.
No, I'm telling the story. It's not your fault.
I'll never agree with a cheater. No, it's not her fault. It's your fault. But can you imagine being Jason? Could you imagine waking up every day to Shani and having to deal with her and her nonsense and her pain and her issues? I mean, think about it. Would you want that life? Because I wouldn't. Would you want to be with someone like her? No, I wouldn't.
It's my fault for being a scumbag. Shan, it's my fault. I fucked up completely.
It made me look like I'm horrible.
Yeah, by telling you you're imagining things. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
No, you weren't. You weren't. You were right.
Rev doesn't love Shani. Rev doesn't even know what love is. True love would never cheat. And I firmly believe that because I've been cheated on many, many, many times. And those men did not love me at all. It wasn't my fault. They weren't in love with me. They found someone they would have rather been with, but they stayed with me behind my back anyway.
So she came home, and I was so grateful, and I confessed this. But I haven't done it publicly, so I'm doing that now. I was a scumbag piece of shit. Regardless of what I feel I was going through, it doesn't matter. I love that girl with all my fucking heart, and I did this, and I was that close to fucking cheating.
So how could you be so in love with Shani and be that close to cheating on her? How could you possibly say that you love someone? That just proves you don't know what love is. Love doesn't cheat. Love doesn't look at other people like that. Love doesn't do that.
That's the truth.
Yeah, and get rid of me. Break up with me to sleep with a whore.
No, just break up with you.
Yeah, in the worst kind of way. I almost killed myself.
Yep.
So this woman was in a mental ward. Is that when this happened? I'm not sure. And you were home alone and you were this close to cheating on her? And you still think that, you still believe in your heart that this is a woman you love?
And I'm sorry.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep, I was a scumbag. I was a scumbag, Shan. And I'm sorry.
I really have been thinking, what do I do with all this information I have right now? I know I love him. But is love enough?
Shani and Rev are two people who got into a very quick relationship that moved very quickly, and they did not take the time to get to know each other before they made themselves husband and wife. And this is not love. This is not a couple that's in love. She doesn't love him just as much as he doesn't love her. They say that they do, but do they really? I don't think so. I've been in love before, and you couldn't pay me to cheat on that person. So I think Shani needs to do some real thinking about whether she can function on her own, because she can't function on her own without him. And he's out there doing disgusting things to her behind her back. This is the first time you're ever going to see me agree with... Well, like, I've agreed with Shannon a couple times, but she has every right to feel the way she does, and I don't blame her.
Maybe he's going through something. I don't know.
Do not make excuses for him. If he was going through something, that does not excuse him looking at another woman and planning to have relations with her and break up with you behind your back. No one deserves that. I don't care what he was going through. Do not make excuses for cheaters.
I don't know. I'm so confused. And I think the best decision for all parties, the right decision for everyone, would be us going to marriage counseling. So that's what we're going to be starting, is marriage counseling. And if it doesn't work out after marriage counseling, and these thoughts of him cheating don't go away, and if the pain doesn't go away after marriage counseling, then it's time to part ways.
I'm a drug counselor, so I'm always going to be for people getting therapy, because I think therapy is an extremely important thing for anyone. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life, good or bad. Therapy works for everyone. But these two have so much trauma bonding and so much codependency, and have so much damage done to their marriage. I say that in parentheses, but you know what I'm saying. That marriage counseling may help, but I doubt they even ever go. They don't do anything to help themselves, ever. But I think marriage counseling would be a great place to start. And you can start weeding out all of the resentments and anger that you have from the past, and you can work through it together. And I think that would work for any married couple, or, you don't have to be married, whatever. Any couple that is struggling should get counseling, because that's what's going to work you through why you guys have the relationship issues that you have. And that goes for everyone, not just Shani and Rev.
Because I don't want to keep getting hurt by anyone. But I do love him. And I know in his way he loves me.
In my true opinion, Jason is definitely looking for somebody else. He is looking for a way out of this, and there really is no way out. He's kind of stuck with Shani, but he's looking. It's already in his mind. So this is going to be an absolute shit show. When the shit hits the fan and they decide to put it on the internet, it's going to be a shit show. There's going to be a lot of drama involved.
So that's what we're going to do, is we're go to counseling and see what happens from there, because it just seems like the right thing to do.
It would be an incredible thing for you guys to go to marriage counseling, but I don't have any faith that you'll actually do it, because you guys say you're going to do a lot of things to better your lives and you never do them. You don't leave the house.
For everyone. So we're going to go to marriage counseling. This is really heavy on me, though.
It's bad enough when your significant other cheats on you. It's even worse when that significant other does everything for you because you're not able to do it for yourself. You are in a real predicament, Shannon, and I suggest that you start becoming a little bit more independent and stop relying on Jason so much, because he is never going to be the man that you want him to be, and no man that loves you would have done that to you, especially knowing that you were in the hospital for possibly self-harming yourself. This is not okay, and I hope to God something in your relationship changes, because this is extremely unhealthy for both of you, and I don't think you two belong together, and that's just my opinion. It's just my 2 cents. I don't think these two people belong in the same relationship. I think they're very different people, and I think they're very angry people, and I think that they belong apart.
And I don't want to feel this way. And I also know it's not fair to be in a relationship with someone where there is no trust. But I also have a hard time of letting people go, too. Because I've seen so many people leave me. So,
Lovies, this is going to be a tornado of a shit show. This is just the beginning. We got a lot of stuff to cover, and don't worry, because I plan on covering it.
that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to counseling and see what happens. Alright, guys. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye, guys.
So, just when things were starting to get better in their lives, and Rev was going to be paid to be her caretaker, and she was getting a wheelchair and a walker and all this other nonsense, which is another video that I will be posting, but it's an hour and 43 minutes long, so it's going to be a long one. But I don't believe in cheating in any way, shape, or form. If you can't leave the person that you are currently with, that you are no longer in love with, or maybe never was, then shame on you. If you can't get a divorce before you go, hooking up with other people, then shame on you. If you made a promise to someone to be faithful to them, that's your promise. This is not new for Rev. And like I said before, Rev never got to experience any relations with any other women other than Shani. And look at Shani. I mean, she doesn't take care of herself. Her hygiene is terrible. She's always in pain. She always needs something. And he's always the gopher to go get it. This is a very, 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 very deluded, trauma-bonded, codependent relationship. And it's going to burn up in flames. Watch. Because this is a bad situation. She will never trust him to leave the house again because of this. And it's going to cause a lot of issues between the two of them. And as much as I support them going to counseling for their relationship, because I wish I would have done that with my ex-husband, I wish we would have gone to marriage counseling and tried to fix our relationship. We didn't. We had too much going on in our lives and moving around with the army that we never got a chance to work on our relationship, and it ended in a divorce, which is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for me, it's heartbreaking for him, and it was heartbreaking for our kids. But it is what it is, and it's because of cheating. I will never be someone who supports cheaters. If you don't want to be with the person, let them go. They shouldn't have to be faithful to you and not get that in return. That's not fair. So I'm going to go finish my other video. That's ridiculously long. And I should be back soon, lovies. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back. hit the like on the way in or the way out. Please hit the like. It's just a little button. Just hit it. The likes help my channel immensely. I can't even tell you. So please hit the like on the way in or the way out. I love you guys very much. And we shall see what happens with these two when we find out where they're going to go from here. I hope it's counseling, but I doubt that's going to happen. But that's just my opinion. Have a beautiful day, my lovies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.